2 plus 2 makes 4. Now, I'm gonna teach you all about integers.
All right, Rams, this is the song that goes with the QR code on this video.
All you gotta do is repeat after me. KCC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. As simple as keep the first, change to add, change the sign of the second one, yeah. KCC.
Okay, so I stopped it there for you. This QR code on your video here, that's the one it goes to this time, okay? It's actually a really good song, a very catchy one, but it's very simple. Just a few lyrics there that will actually has a really good way to help you remember the rules for subtracting integers, okay? So, we never subtract integers. We just don't do it. We change it all to addition. We've been working on adding integers for a few days now, so we're going to change all of our subtraction problems to addition. Just like we never divide fractions, we multiply them. We never subtract integers, we add them. So we're going to change, change the addition. Nope, sorry, change the subtraction sign to addition. Okay, so we're going to change our subtraction sign to addition. So on our example here of -8 minus +5, we're going to change this to addition and change the second number to its opposite. Okay, so this +5 becomes -5, but we keep the first one. We keep the first number, so that KCC from your song. So we keep the -8, change it to addition, and change it to the opposite of -5, or of 5 there. So we're going to solve using the rules for adding integers. Okay, so the last couple of pages in your notes were about adding integers. Okay, so now we're on this problem, our sample here. We had -8 plus -5, and we already learned how to add when both of our numbers are negative. Remember that was like 8 bad guys and 5 more bad guys? We just combine them all together, and we have 13 of those bad guys, or negative integers. Okay, so just a couple of sample problems here. Okay, just a couple of sample problems. Okay, -6 minus a +11. Okay, we're going to rewrite it as addition. So we keep our -6, change this to addition, and change this to the opposite of +11, makes -11, okay? The next box says show your work. So 6 negatives plus 11 negatives. So 6 plus 11 is 17, and they're all negatives, so it becomes -17. Okay, so the show your work really means show me the rule. Okay, so right here, the next one, -14. We change this subtraction to addition. Now, we might wonder, is this a 4 a positive or negative? Remember, this first sign here is an operation. Okay, that means it's addition or subtraction. So if I separate it like this, maybe with some parentheses, it helps me see that my 4 is positive. Okay, so even though we're subtracting a 4, when we make it an addition problem, it becomes adding a -4. Okay, so subtracting 4 from something is the same as adding 4 negatives. So we have 14 negatives plus 4 more negatives. You could think about this one as maybe it's -14 degrees and it's going to get 4 degrees colder. Okay, so it's getting farther from 0. So my rules here for adding integers with the same sign, 14 plus 4 is 18, but my answers are all negative. So my total answer here is negative. Okay. I'll do one more so that it has a different sign, okay? 8 minus 17. Okay, this becomes 8 plus -17. Okay, now we have a different problem here. We have a positive number and a negative number that we're adding. And so those rules that we already learned about told us that we ignore the signs and we subtract them. So 17 minus 8 is 9. Now, I look at my two numbers. I look at that 17 and 8, and which one's bigger? The 17. and it's negative, so my answer is negative. Okay, one more example, and then you're going to have your own to practice, okay? We change it, keep our 15, change the subtraction to addition, and change this negative 9 to a positive 9. Well, that looks pretty simple. 15 plus 9 is just 24, and they're all positives. So, subtracting a negative is the same as just adding. Isn't that interesting, huh? 2 negatives make a positive. 2 wrongs don't make a right, though. Okay, so it's just positive 24. Okay, I know that was cheesy. Okay, so the back here, we're going to practice some of these, okay? It's 12 problems. You can knock these out in just a couple of minutes, but I do not want just the answers. I want you to show me how you keep the first number, change it to addition, and do the opposite of that second number. So the opposite of negative 3 would be 3, and now you can put your answer. Okay, you're going to have to remember those rules for adding integers. When the signs are the same, that's when you just add them. If the signs are different, you have to subtract them, okay? So you're going to have to show me the rules for the adding, okay? There are a couple of problems here, but what I'm going to have you do is enter these into your Chromebook, into your Google Classroom video. Once you solve them on your paper, I'm going to have you enter them so I can also track and see how we're doing with these, okay?